For a very long time now, and by a very long time I mean since December, Kamen Rider Ex-Aid has been at the very top of my favourite Kamen Rider season list. And believe it or not, I might like the show a lot. Going into Ex-Aid was pretty much kind of like taking a flight to a random destination. I didn't know what the fuck I was going to get into. I thought this show's stupid. It's too immature for me. It's about fucking video game doctors. And all the suits look like whoever designed them was on massive amounts of Adderall. The first few episodes of Ex-Aid really don't make a good case. The acting is horrid. The plot basically does 500 different circles. Fucking Dan Kuroto decides he wants to just be stupid, and he decides he wants to deceive everyone, and it gets really fucking repetitive. But then slowly but surely Ex-Aid does something kind of crazy. Yuya Takahashi clearly was sat down and someone told him to get his fucking act together, because slowly but surely Ex-Aid becomes more than a rider show. It begins telling you that life is precious and that you can only live it once. And it somehow conveys that through the fucking analogy of video games and doctors. It was pure genius. And genuinely, this show became an addiction for me. I blasted through it before my 17th birthday in December. I genuinely watched 14 episodes of it in one day. Slowly but surely, Ex-Aid will actually make you addicted to it. Like that one girl you failed to pick up at a nightclub that one time and you spend the rest of your fucking life thinking about. God damn it. I'm not here to tell you that Kamen Rider Ex-Aid is like the greatest show of all time. I'm here to tell you that Kamen Rider Ex-Aid is fucking incredible, and that if you haven't watched it, you're genuinely doing yourself a disservice. Because, honest to God, this show is actually impeccable. For once, I don't want to go too in-depth, but that's all I can say about the characters currently, is that they all have such different ideals. But what makes the show so rewarding to watch is that you slowly but surely begin to realize that all of the characters revolve around one fundamental concept. That concept just so happens to be the concept of life. Every one of the characters has something to do with either the preservation of life or the loss of it that somehow ends up tying them all back in together. And slowly but surely, they all realize they want the same thing. And once you realize this, Ex-Aid genuinely becomes the tightest written rider show ever. Emu just wants nothing more than for people to live their lives out to the fullest. Hiro can't stand the fact that he wasn't there to preserve his girlfriend's life, so he wants to prevent that from happening to anyone else. And Tiger's a fucking dickhead. For 30 episodes straight, Tiger did nothing but make me want to bash my head in against a wall. But then somehow, some way, getting a girlfriend solved all of his problems. Oh my god, it really is true. If only I could actually get one, maybe I'd be less fucking depressed. Tiger is actually what it means to be a Kamen Rider. He's been through shit. Hell, he even says that in the show. He's been traumatized enough to the point where he can safely say he's the only Kamen Rider they need in Ex-Aid. How do people think this show is arse, by the way? I actually don't get it. What the fuck? Tiger might have an abysmal suit, and probably my least favourite suit in the entire franchise. But he is my second favourite Kamen Rider of all time, currently. My favourite, though, is the resident mullet aura farmer, prick bastard, Dan Masamune. Oh my god, I fucking love Cronus. My favourite rider probably ever for now. As much of a contradiction as it is to say, Cronus is literally what Ex-Aid is about. He embodies the core theme of Ex-Aid, which is life. As you can see in this introduction, this motherfucker calls his own son by the gashat he owns, not by his name. And if that doesn't just show how detestable he is, then that's all you need to look at is his fucking mullet. Way! Jokes aside, Kamen Rider Cronus basically views every single living thing as a fucking product. Once that product runs out of value, you better pray that you're not within like a 300-mile radius of the guy, because he's probably gonna one-shot you. But the thing is this man right here can play God all he wants. But he kind of misses the point. By making people live out their lives like video games, he loses control of his own. And that's what allows Dan Kuroto, his own son, to outsmart him and to eventually create a weapon so strong in Hyper Muteki that Cronus ends up taking probably his only L ever. This man went to jail, lost his own wife, and yet somehow thought it was still okay to prioritize video games and Kamen Rider Chronicle instead of all of that. And yeah, sometimes not being in control is probably the worst option. Cronus isn't in control. He tricks himself the entire season into thinking that he is. And that's what makes him such a great villain. He plays God 24/7 with other people's lives. But as Ex-Aid shows us, if you're not in control of your own, then you're probably not in a position to dictate what others should do with their life. And I've not seen this be mentioned anywhere else, but I find it genius that someone on the writing team gave this man a time stop ability. He can literally move and freeze everyone for however long he wants, but yet somehow he still disregards people. He has no time. He acts like he has no time, and then Kamen Rider Chronicle and Gem Corporation are his priority. When he can literally just stop time and take a breather. If there's two things I can say before I go, it's one, you're not a product, right? Take care of yourself, innit? Life is too short to be worrying about all of this shite that's going on in the world at the minute. Just take care of yourself, bro, you know? And two, any Cronus versus Hyper Muteki fight is probably one of my favorites in the entire franchise. And to be fair, I think the main takeaway here is that if you haven't seen Ex-Aid, you probably should. It's fucking incredible. I've been Sho. Thanks for watching.